And welcome back to Crypto Hulk again. I got a great show lined up. We're going to do a little deep dive. We're going to do a little deep dive and figure out why the hell is a Chinese company that started in 2008, a tech company, just right about the time that Bitcoin was hitting the scene, right? Why is this Chinese company hooked up with this German company? And all of a sudden, we have, through a deep dive, discovered that there's, this Mexican crypto company that popped up with MasterCard that's being backed by these two particular companies. And they're giving everybody, all the Mexicans, free, start you off with $50 MasterCards, debit cards to use, try to get people hooked up, guaranteed you'll get it. Let's do a little deep dive and figure out what is the significance of all this. And I think you'll find it rather interesting. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one for tonight. Let's take a look here. Let me look at the where's this page at? Let me check. I've got so many windows opened up at the top of my computer. They're about like that big. There we go. There's the show right there. All right, first 5 people, and then we'll get right into the show. It's going to be a good one. Took me a while to figure this one out. I spent about a good 30 minutes just on this particular article, trying to get all the connections. I knew something wasn't right. And we're going to go over it. You'll find it very interesting. BMO Stomper is the first one here, Mr. OG. Then you got Gordon Logan. Keep up the good work, by Jove. These English people are something else, man. They talk funny. Crypto Greek, Paulie M. What's going on, everyone? It says Michael Gilbert is here. Hulk's deep dives are 100% better than the other YouTubers. Let me just quickly look through here. Okay, now let's go right into this first article. Let me post it up here for you. So I want you to see this. Let me do a copy and a paste. Mexico. Then we somehow got Colombia all mixed up in this too. I want you to see. And where I think I saw this Mexican crypto company coming out of is Juarez. And the only thing I know about what's big in Juarez is like heavy gangster mafia. I think we all kind of know where this is going. That's my opinion. This Mexican company, headquartered out of Juarez, we all know it's the mafia. And you got the Germans and the Chinese in there. I'm telling you, I smell a rat. Let's get into this deep dive and figure out what the F. So, let me try clicking in here. Story is the name, STORI. Expands to Colombia. Well, of course it does. And it aims to serve underbanked consumers. Oh, let's see how this little tale works out. I knew something was dirty when I read this article. I'm like, no. I know something's going on here. I just know. My senses were just going off. And I said, I've got to dump a half hour and do some research because this shit just 2 + 2 is not equaling 5 like it says. Mexican fintech startup Story has begun its expansion into Colombia. The company said it will spend $100 million on the project over the next 3 years and has named former Rappi, RIPPI, head of payments. I guess that's the name of a company. Carlos Ayalde to lead its operations in Colombia. Story focuses on underbanked consumers and offers payment cards and hey, they were paying, check this out, they were paying 10% interest like 5 years ago on these accounts. I found that very interesting. 10%, huh? That's before COVID hit and all that stuff. Meanwhile, our banks are fucking us. We get like 0.5% a year. It will offer credit lines starting at $50 to consumers, whether or not they have a credit history. In Mexico, now remember, now we've got Mexico, third world country, and you got to get them hooked up with crypto. This shit ain't gonna work unless you get the Mexicans in. These poor people need to be hooked up as slaves, man, like the rest of us. You can't have Pablo and Cisco Ortiz running around Mexico and no one knows what he's buying, this and that. No, we gotta crypto out everybody. You know, shit, they'll probably put little microchips in these Mexicans' hands if they can't afford a phone. Orale. Our purpose has always been to bring inclusion. Oh, I bet you it has. And opportunities to those who the traditional system has left behind. And today we celebrate a new beginning and a future full of possibilities for millions of Colombians. The company said in the post, as translated by LinkedIn. Under the leadership of Carlos Ayala, and with a passionate and world-class team, this international expansion not only seeks to improve lives, but to, let's stop with the bullshit reading what they fucking say. The article's almost over. Okay, here's what got my opinion. So, I'm not hearing about any of these people. I don't know who the fuck they are. I'm not seeing any kind of connections to JP Morgan and nothing. And then I start seeing something about co-founder. And then I'm like, oh. Now I'm seeing all the communist words, financial inclusion, underbanked. I'm hearing all the communist democratic words, socialist. And so now I'm like, okay, my bullshit meter's going off with this one. I'm going to invest it. I'm going to spend some time on this one. Hopefully I don't come up snake eyes. I hate dumping 30 to 45 minutes into something and then finding nothing. Since the beginning, my co-founders and I, so it's this guy, we know his name's Carlos Ayala or whatever, okay. Then I started saying, I want to know who these fucking coworkers are. All right. So my coworkers and I recognize the unfair gap in the tradition. Here's where my bullshit meter's totally going up. So me and my coworker, we're in charge of these startups, and we know these rich people to come up with all kinds of money. Who do you think these in Juarez, Mexico? Now we're talking about Colombia, but remember, this all started with this story thing back in Juarez. Juarez. You got the biggest drug dealers in Mexico all living. They run Juarez, man. So they were concerned about the poor. Oh God, yes. And also this Colombian company, they're concerned about the poor. Oh yes. Story launched its first credit card in 2020. And it aimed at consumers overlooked by traditional lenders. The company reached unicorn status and was worth $1.2 billion. Crypto Hog, now stop for a minute. How do you get a dinky ass little company in the middle of nowhere and shit in the ghetto, hooking up poor people? You're giving them basically 50 American dollars on each of these cards. Now all of a sudden your company's worth $1.2 billion. That's when I'm like, hey, I've started Crypto Hawk channel. We ain't worth no $1.2 billion here. So how you make a 1.2 billion people off poor Mexicans? That's what the fuck I set out to discover. Let's go to the next page. Now, I made 2 videos just for this show. I put it on my community page. So you can open up the community tab and go find those 2 videos that I made because they're from Wayback Machine and I can't show them on this channel. Let me check some comments real quick. Hey Hulkster, how's it going? Says Raise3. It's going okay. I've made like at least 2 shows a day this whole fucking week. I think tomorrow morning, I'm not getting up early for you guys. I'm just letting you know. Um, I'm like, fuck it. Sell a burrito or 2. The info on Lightspeed Venture is awesome and worldwide. Oh, we're getting in. This is our deep dive. We're gonna start the show off with it. I don't care how long it goes. We're only 10 minutes into the show. It might take about 30 minutes. We're gonna have fun because I'm gonna show you. Oh, this isn't some little startup with people concerned about the poor. Oh no, this gets into some really heavy shit. Okay, this is global. This is globally here. Don't let the article right now fool you. This goes all the way back to Ripple controlling the world. This is governments. This Story company, STORI, this is a government deal, okay? Where the government's involved in this one. Trust and believe. Oh, I found it. 5 Dennis 123. Thanks for the tax-free donation there, buddy. XRP scan, pages on Space XX, Treasury, currencies, CNY, XRP, and Treasury. Michael Gilbert, thank you for the tax-free donation there, buddy. It's unreal. 11 companies worldwide. Get them, Hulk. So the first little video I was showing you, this is Story, STORI. It says we are Story, and this page is pretty generic. It's August 2022 is this page. Hold on a minute. And if you scroll down, it says the new unicorn with the best story. Story becomes Mexico's newest unicorn, raising 150 million drug money. Let me scroll through here. $400 million has been pumped into Story. Somehow there's this poor little company in Mexico, right? Now, what we know, the Story opened up in Mexico. I looked up their business name. They were given a license and everything. Let me go to the next page. I showed you the video. The next page we're looking at is 2019, when they kind of first started. So they didn't start in, they could say it's 2020, but I got the evidence here, 2019. Now we can see right from 2019, MasterCard is involved in this one, okay? There's some money behind this company, and there's some people in power because they've already got their App Store, Google Play, Ministry of Finance and Credit are working with this company. And you got MasterCard in there. That's a big deal. Let's go to the next. So we know that MasterCard is a Ripple partner. And you know, if you got MasterCard and Ripple, you can do just about anything you got to. MK_P, thank you for the Thailand fund. Appreciate that tax-free donation. It's going to help get my ass to Thailand. Right here, the MasterCard article I'm showing you. MasterCard partners with Ripple. Swipe your debit card to use XRP. So now we know that this Story card, if you're hooked up with MasterCard, you're in. Okay? So what we got to try to do now is find out how the hell, what is Story? Who's involved with Story? Oh, we're going to see. Think about it. A little ass Mexican, and I'm not putting down Mexico right now. I'm just saying Mexico's not known for having all this big money and shit. So I'm gonna find out how the fuck all this stuff happened. I'm doing a little investigative work because this shit isn't adding up. So now I've looked into who owns this story and shit like that, and then here's what I found. Now the deep dive is starting to stir the pot, as they say. So I look up this website. It's called Open Core Data, and it's Me Story SA Day CV. So this is right out of Juarez, Mexico City. Wasn't that something? And we scroll down, and there's the actual name of it in English: My Story, and then SA, then DE, then CV. It's out of Mexico City. It's on the 40th floor. Wait, floor 7, my bad. So I just was kind of looking at this. All right. It's a Mexican company. Never heard of it or nothing. There's, I mean, you'd think you'd have a major bank or something dealing with this company but no, it's this unnamed My Story thing. I said, okay, I'm gonna keep digging because so far I don't see how they're coming up with $400 million, right? Unless it's like drug money or some shit. Then I got it. Okay, maybe some gangsters got involved in this shit, and you know. So here's the next thing I found. This is Story. Story becomes Mexico's newest unicorn, raising 150 million. Oh, so here's this article here, and they had different series of funding. Latin America. Okay, so now we're talking about Latin America now, and I already know a crypto company that's in Latin America, but so far I'm not seeing anything in here that would relate to Ripple or anything big. But then we start looking at now I haven't looked up all these companies, and I know that if I did, I would prove my point. I only looked up 2 of them, barely, and there's like 10 right here. One of them's BAI Capital. That's Chinese. That's Chinese out of Beijing. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is China? How the fuck is China mixed up in all this? And now there's another company, GIC, and GGV. Then you got General Catalyst, Vision Plus, Capital. But there's other companies involved in this. But the BAI one, I know, is straight up Chinese. So now I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. No, I knew it. Bullshit meter's going off. And then I see Lightspeed Venture Partners. Oh, that's who started Ripple in like 2012 or something. Holy, but Jesus, no wonder this company comes out of nowhere. No wonder they're hooked up with MasterCard right away before they start doing shit. They're hooked up with MasterCard. That's truly amazing. I've never heard of this company before. I know crypto and lending, and I've never heard this company. What fucking My Story? What the fuck? And then out of some Mexico shit? No, man. So I looked up. Let's see what we find. Let's go down memory lane. So I go to a Yahoo page, a Yahoo Finance page, and look what Crypto Hawk discovered. We're having a little fun on a Saturday night. And what we see is OpenCoin. Oh, shit. OpenCoin, developer of the Ripple protocol. This is where all the mysteries come in, everybody. OpenCoin, the mystery company that all of a sudden Ripple comes out of OpenCoin, huh? Ryan Fugger and all the mysteries. Shh, don't say all that. Shh. But they had Andreessen Horowitz. So OpenCoin was this company that Ripple was. There was Andreessen Horowitz there, but Lightspeed Venture Partners was right there to start Ripple, everybody. And wouldn't you know, they just happened to invest in this no-name story, STORI, and Ripple's right there. But what's still getting me is, what is this BAI Capital? Um, well, let's take a look, because you're going to be shocked right here. Hi, Stuart Lavelle. We're having a little fun today exposing the world's secrets. Hopefully, the channel doesn't get zapped. BII Capital. Oh, shit. I don't read Chinese. But this whole fucking thing is all Chinese. And that's, well. And it's called the Buy Fund, BAI, and then fund. So they're giving money away. Now that's interesting. Let's do a little more digging, shall we? Let me do a copy paste here. Manuel Villar, thank you very much for the tax-free donation, buddy. Manuel says thanks for your information. Just having fun on a Saturday night exposing the mysterious world of cryptocurrencies. Oh, we're not done yet. We're maybe halfway. So I looked up again on who is Buy Capital, BAI. It's definitely a Chinese company. We figured that one out, didn't we? It says here, while Western investment in China slows down, and this article is dated July 14th, 2024, so a couple months ago, while investment in China slows down, Germany's Bertelsmann has an Asian fund that shows little sign of waning enthusiasm, meaning you've got a company called Bertelsmann. You've got a German company that's in China working with Buy Capital, because a lot of shit in China is slowing down for some reason. So they happen to go into Mexico. So now we got a German-China connection. Now this is not this is not foreign to Ripple, because Ripple's first partner just happens to be a German bank. Oh, Crypto Hawk, you found the connection. Yeah, look what we got here. Let's look here. This is actually on Ripple's page. This is a ripple.com page, everybody, just so you know. It's not a secret hocus pocus site that I can't show you. It says Fedor building the bank of tomorrow with Ripple. Are you seeing this? This is amazing. This is 2014, by the way. Let's just read the first paragraph. Ripple Labs. Now remember, Ripple Labs like a nobody back then, a startup nobody, right? And all of a sudden, you got Fedor joining them, and they're talking about the bank of tomorrow. Like, that's some pretty high aspirations there for a startup that doesn't know anybody, huh? Fedor Bank is integrating the Ripple protocol, making the German bank the first financial institution to officially implement decentralized payment technologies. Holy shit, Crypto Hulk. Yeah, Ripple's first customer country was Germany. Wait, but why wasn't it the United States, Crypto Hulk? Hey, I don't know all the answers. I think because somebody with a lot of power is in Germany, and I'll kind of leave it at that. I like breathing. I like my account the way it is. I don't like it zapped. I already lost one account due to my meddling. And my meddling got me into deep diving. I'm not going to talk about, all right? But it has to deal with that German kind of area. I'm going to leave this one alone, all right? I think you guys kind of get where I'm getting at here. So now we understand this connection. But I did a little more deep diving. Wait, we got. Did I show that one? I think I missed that one. Well, here's this one about Buy Capital. Maybe I missed it, or maybe I showed it and forgot. But anyway, check this out. You're going to love it. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's doing some deep diving and helping Crypto Hulk. Let me take a look. Oh, it's Diligent Designs. Member for 12 months. Lead astronaut of Polaris Dawn mission. Billionaire that started Shift for Payments. Now, 5Dennis123 comes in. He says GND. I know what that is. Just second different. And then 5Dennis123 says Bertelman is the family. It's a cover. Oh, it's interesting. Look what I just sent you here. It shows BAI Capital, founded in 2008. Capital Buy Capital is a venture capital firm based in Beijing. Now, why, everybody, why do we have a Beijing company investing in a Mexican Colombian crypto company? Very interesting, isn't it? But they're not investing in, they're investing in investors who are investing. See, it's like a little trail they're hiding from. Okay. So we don't see the Chinese doing it. They're investing in a German company that's located in China. And Ripple's first customer was a German bank, and Ripple's first investors was Lightspeed Capital, who also invested in Story. Whoop, 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 whoop. See what I mean? All this stuff now. But what's with the Chinese, Crypto Hulk? Show us more connections with China. Oh, you didn't ask me. That's a softball question. Let me show you this. Here we got the Crypto Hulk, Ripple China. Okay, here we go. We'll spend just a tiny bit of time on this. Go to the 31-second mark. 31-second mark. What do we see here? Ripple China. And you see, this is 2000, let's just say 13. 2013, Ripple China. That's what I'm showing you right here. Now, if you also go to the 36-second mark, everybody, 36-second mark, what do you see? Ripple China again. You see something called the CNY. And here's the date on that, 2013, November 30th, 2013, you had what we call Ripple China. You know that money, the Chinese yuan the Chinese got right now? Ripple invented that for China. And I got more evidence. This video has a ton of evidence about Ripple in China. I'm not going to show it. So now we're seeing this thing really get kind of big. China and Ripple are partners. China and this German company are partners because Lightspeed Ventures is mixed up in this. They're the same ones who helped fund to start Ripple in the first place. Yeah, and they also, Lightspeed Ventures now are in this deal with the Chinese. Man, see where all this, see, I knew this shit was not legit. Too legit to quit, says MC Hammer. Look at this article right here. So now let's go back 10 years ago. No other channel has this information, just thought I'd let you know. I appreciate people getting to be a member on this program for the information I provide. I show you all the deep dive shit you'll never find anywhere else. I spend a lot of time in this channel. I appreciate my channel gets shadow banned really bad. And so I really need people's help to support this channel. Now, here's this article right here. I'm going to go through it. Latin America's latest Ripple gateway. Oh, when was this? 2014. What? Yeah, it's called RipX. There was an on-ramp to the XRP ledger. Ripple gave a company called RipX permission in Brazil. But that was the second on-ramp Ripple had in 2014. Scroll down to where it says leading the Latin American market. It should be in bold letters about that big. Leading the Latin American market. RipX is the second Ripple gateway to enter Brazil, following what they call Ripple LATAM. That stands for Ripple Latin America. Oh, well, where was that at? Well, there's a company called AstroPay that worked with Ripple Latin America. Here's the areas that Ripple was in starting 10 years ago: Argentina, Brazil, Chile. Oh, look, Colombia. We've just been reading about that, huh? Oh, look, Mexico. We're just reading about that. Ripple's been there for 10 years. This is not anything brand new. Peru, Uruguay. Okay. Next, there's something called International Ripple Business Association. I don't know what we're drinking tonight. But I haven't figured out what I want. I'll just probably, I don't know. I'll go say I have a lot of different stuff in there. I'm gonna start working out tomorrow in the morning, so I'll have about 5 or 7 shots tonight, and that'll be it. So I'm up tomorrow early. Probably be at the gym at 7 a.m. Sunday morning, and get done with that. Head down. I'm gonna do a cold plunge tomorrow. Some different kind of red light, multi light, anti aging stuff for my joints, and so I don't know. I'll drink different shit. I have no idea. Um, Here we got the International Ripple Business Association, and I sent you that link. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. And what we got going on is this: Ripple was in these countries, all that I mentioned just earlier. All right, and if we go to the 6 second mark from that link that I just sent you, go to the 6 second mark. You can see the timestamp. This is 2015. So we know Ripple had this International Ripple Business Association in 2015. There's your timestamp. Now, if you go to the 11 second mark, you can clearly see at that 11 second mark, Mexico, Canada, Korea, Japan, Europe. Well, let's focus on Mexico. In 2015, the International Ripple Business Association was in Mexico with Bitso. That's how you send money all around the world and stuff with crypto. Okay. So with this story, it started about 2019. That's 4 years after this. Ripple was already in Mexico by the time the story company got going. Okay. You know, Ripple helped them because Mexico is an International Ripple Business Association partner. There you go. Now, we were talking about Ripple Latam. I'm the only one on the internet that has this particular evidence. It's hard to find. I'll tell you. It's hard to find any information about Ripple Latam, but I got it. This is the only evidence that I have that it exists. There you go. So, what we have here, Ripple integrates the world's virtual currencies such as Bitcoin and Litecoin by making the transition between physical and virtual currencies trivial. Ripple will facilitate the adoption of virtual currencies. Talks here. Ripple is a distributed network. I mean, it breaks it all down. It tells you what Ripple. With Ripple Latam, you can deposit money and have it available and transferred into Bitcoin or XRP, the new virtual currency. See what they're calling it? It's not a security, it's a currency. And that's copyright 2013, everybody. Ripple had a gateway in Latin America. All those countries we talk about: Colombia, Mexico, Uruguay, Brazil, all that shit. When was this, Crypto Hub? 2013. I got the evidence right here. Okay. And that is your deep dive story right there for you. Um, it was interesting. I didn't deep dive all these other companies. We got enough to understand. You got Ripple China. The Chinese were there with Buy Capital with the Germans, who were Ripple's first partners. Somehow Germany has a very important part in Ripple. I want to let you know. There's power brokers here, global power brokers going on. Ripple China, that's fucking massive. Okay. Mexico, look, China and Germany are running this world along with some other players and stuff. And that's why if Mexico's going to open up to crypto, China's getting in on that. See how that works? Everybody's going to have the big giants in the world Mexico can have its crypto, but guess who the overlords are going to be? The Germans and the Chinese. Okay. That's what I'm showing you right here. All these little connections like that. Now, for those of you that watch my show, I'm going to take a little break and do some business right here. If you go to my show, I sell gold and silver, and it's very important you get gold and silver coins because when we get a black swan that happens, your money's going to get trashed. What's going to save your ass in the short term until the crypto takes off is gold and silver coins. So the way you find it is you go to my channel. I don't make any money off this, so I'm just letting you know. No commissions, no nothing. Let me click on that, go to my channel. Manage videos. Okay, you'll see the tabs here. Home tab, videos, shorts, live. Click on the video section. All right, pick a video like that red semi truck right there. All my videos with the gold coins, so I got to find out why that's not showing up on my end. Go to the Pinocchio video. Okay, finally that one shows something. Underneath the video, about an inch or inch and a half down. Now, if you can't see it, try Microsoft Edge browser. Also, be aware not every country is going to be able to see this. It shows 570 views. 6 hours ago, 21 products. If you look about 5 inches to the right, you see the word more. You click on that, boom. All the stuff that I'm selling pops up. I got Ledger wallets with Trezor wallets. I make commission on those. If you see any kind of gold necklace, I make commission on necklaces. This video here starts off with hardware wallets and then goes to silver coins, which emanates in silver coins. Okay, so it ends right there. For every $1 in crypto, I've got $8 in gold and silver coins. All right, see my ratio? $1 crypto, $8 gold and silver coins. Crypto Hulk, how much XRP do I really need if I just want to get the minimum? 5,000 would be great. If we can get 5,000 XRP. Silver and gold, how much do I need? Well, I mean, now if you don't have the money, get a loan. Number one, my name's Crypto Hulk. That's my name on my birth certificate. I'm the biggest liar on YouTube. Don't believe a word I say. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. Turn this show off. It's the dumbest shit online. All right. Okay. What I did personally, when I got my cryptocurrency 4.5 years ago, I took a loan. It took me about a year and a half to pay it off. All right. I got all the XRP I wanted to get at about 15 to 25 cents. Okay. I spent 2 months of my pay on my crypto. I can't tell you how much to spend. People are like, how much should I get? Dude, look, I don't know. I was willing to lose 2 months worth of pay. So that's why I got my crypto. I don't know how much you're willing to lose. I mean, that's up to you. I took a loan. What I will say is if you want to buy gold and silver coins, get a loan. Take a loan out for 3,000-4,000 bucks. Get some coins, because if silver goes up 10 times to 20 times like they expect it to do, you put 4 grand in or 3 grand, you now got like $60,000-$80,000 of silver. Same thing with the gold. You buy a gold coin, it goes up 10 times. Now you got 25 grand or something like that. All right. Let's go to the comment section here. See what we got, and we'll start the next show. Get that gold and silver pronto. I'm telling you guys, your gold and silver. Look, let's say you get a loan for 3,000 bucks, and you get a bunch of silver, and then silver goes up 5 times. You got 15,000. Your crypto is not going up before your gold and silver. You have to understand how this works. Gold and silver will be what's used to back crypto. When gold and silver skyrockets, they're going to take that crypto, tokenize it. That means get real world assets like silver. Why are all these banks and countries buying gold and silver right now? They know what's going on. I'm exposing this to you. Okay. They're not buying up all the crypto now. They're buying up all the gold and silver. And they're not, okay. Governments are not buying, banks are not buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, none of that dumb shit. They're going to get allocated by Ripple their crypto, so they don't need to buy it. Okay, they're going to be allocated. Ripple's allowed to sell it to them at 5 cents a piece. That's how all this shit's going to happen. They're going to pay almost nothing for this shit. Okay, it's going to be free to them. And then one day, boom, like Ripple might give B of A 100 million XRP or something, right? Or 50 million, whatever it is. And then do 50 million times 10,000 or 50,000 a piece. That's why they don't need to spend all this money. People are like, look, I'm not getting into it. That's off the topic here. My job is just tell you to get prepared, not to give you a history. Let's look here at Vitalik Buterin. This guy's so fucking wrong. Let me do a copy and a paste. We're going to look at what a scammer Vitalik Buterin is. These people are all scammers. All his shit was all secretive. Vitalik Buterin denies selling Ethereum for profit. Oh my God. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin addresses allegations of profiting from Ethereum sales. No, he didn't make any money. Are you serious? Oh my God, dude. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has refuted allegations that he sold millions of dollars of Ethereum for personal profit. Oh, he doesn't want to have hundreds of millions of dollars in profits. No, he wants to be poor. He claimed, here's what he claimed, to have sold his Ethereum only to support various crypto projects and philanthropic initiatives, like giving stuff away to help people. Oh God, are you serious? That's so fucking stupid. On August 30th, a crypto community member on X accused Buterin of dumping over $2 million worth of Ether. Of course he did, so he can make money. Buterin says he has not sold Ether since 2018. I haven't sold and kept the proceeds since 2018. All sales. So, okay, here's where I've got Vitalik Buterin by the balls that he doesn't have, okay? Number one, do you honestly believe this dude sold Ethereum for millions and didn't do that for himself? Well, yeah, Crypto Hulk, that's possible. Dude, shut up. That's so fucking stupid. Now here's what he's saying. But then by saying this, he now implicates himself in illegal security sales. Okay. I haven't sold and kept the profits in 2018. So now he just admitted that he did it, but only up until 2018. But here's what he also admits. All sales have been to support various projects that I think are valuable within the Ethereum ecosystem. That's a security right there. When you sell a portion of your business with the expectation of a profit, and the other people do too, and you take that money and it goes into building the company, that's a security. But he didn't have a license to do that. Oh, you just told on yourself. See what I mean? We got him either way. Let's look at the evidence and have a little fun. I told you, these people are not smart. They just cheat, okay? Let me do a copy and a paste. Hulk is the only liar I listen to. Hey, watch it there, buddy. I take pride in that, you know. Let's look at the evidence right here. Here's a video that I made, of course. Go to the 21-second mark. Nobody's got this. Hey, nobody's got this except Crypto Hole. What do we got here at the 21-second mark? We have an Ethereum roadmap. Okay. Still not sign of a security. Intended use of revenue. Warning sign right there. Well, what? Terms of the Ether sale. Okay, now we've got an illegal security sales right here. They never had a license to sell this stuff. They never went before the SEC. Oh, what are the terms of the sale? Well, you know what? You have a problem. When you have terms of a sale, that's very, very bad. That means that's a security right here. Terms and conditions of the Ethereum Genesis sale. Looks like Somebody did something very illegal. Look right here, the Ether product purchase agreement. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 100% an Ethereum illegal security sales that the United States SEC did nothing about. That Jay Clayton was probably there when it happened, and Jay Clayton and everybody else was doing all this illegal shit. Like, this is truly bad. This is bad for the United States. I just uncovered where our government, the SEC, here's my opinion. Our government allowed and were in on this Ethereum sale. The Chinese were all in on this too. I'm not getting into all the evidence. We've already shown it all. Okay. This disgusts me. Next, here's some more evidence for you. I got 3 or 4 videos like this on Ethereum. This video here is a big one. And this one is, you watch this video for 5 minutes. It takes me literally 5 minutes to show all the pages of the Ethereum sale, right? Tell me that's not a security. I mean, you guys, like, I'm hurt as an American because I'm showing you this evidence right here. Terms and conditions of the Ethereum sale. This is a 5-minute video that I made. Listen to some of the starting of this. Warning, it says right there, warning, cryptographic tokens of value may experience extreme volatility in prices. Warning, the purchase of Ethereum has a number of risks. And it goes on and on. And then, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is this is what they call a full disclosure. When you have permission to sell a security, it is done in this format here. You know what really breaks my heart is I'm showing you this, and our United States SEC, our United States FBI, our United States IRS tax, and I can go on and on, Inspector General, on and on. Nobody did nothing with this one. This is illegal corruption of our government, and nobody has done anything at all except I'm this guy who's sitting on, this has never been on the internet before except Crypto Hulk channel. You realize this? I'm the only person in the galaxy putting this out. I mean, I am totally shocked. So that means Crypto Hulk, the SEC never knew about it? No, because there's no way some fucking meathead like me is going to know about this, and our whole government investigatory agencies are not. United States attorney's not going to know about this, and who the fuck am I? How am I showing this? You know what it means? They're bought off and the government's corrupted. That's what it means. This means our highest levels of government, FBI, and all that have been corrupted. Because you got some 54-year-old, little on the overweight end guy sitting on the floor. I got to show you this. This should have already been in court, and these people should have already been arrested and gone to jail. But nothing's ever happened. You know what that means? They allowed it to happen. You know what it also means? They were in on it, making millions. This is what disgusts me. And it truly this saddens my heart. This is my country. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, let freedom ring. There's no freedom anymore. This is all corruption. If you and me, my God, if we don't check the right tax form on our IRS, they want to come after us and put us in jail for stealing crypto. But these same motherfuckers, the IRS and everybody else, oh, they don't go after this. This is worth millions and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions. And they don't want to do nothing about that. They just want to push around old Crypto Hulk, who's a fucking nobody. These government people want to make their millions and fuck with us. And then they want me to pay crypto tax? Are they fucking high? They got to be fucking high. You want me to check what box? Hey, take that box, shove it up your ass. I'm not checking no fucking box until you do some shit about this fucking shit. See? I'm just trying to be like you, Mr. Government, Mrs. Government. We have a total illegal crypto sale. You don't do a fucking thing about it. Nobody investigates it. All the government people end up rich. I want to be like you. You're the God, you're the authority. I want to be like the authority. You're the role model. Our government is the role model, right? That's what they say. They want to raise our kids and help us. Well, I figured this is what I never checked that box on my tax form because you guys never investigated the Ethereum sale. I thought that was a green light. Oh, and now all of a sudden things start getting a little different now, don't they? Yes, sirree. That's what we got going on at the Crypto Hulk show. Brent Swift says, great work as usual, mate. Aussie 70. Jersey Kathy bought another 24 ounces of silver yesterday. There you go. Smart move. Rules for me, not for thee. Melissa Gilbert or Michael Gilbert's like, I'm going with that. Robert Driscoll's like blatantly ignored. Yeah. Joe Schmuckatelli, great show, Hulk. YouTube still won't let me do a super chat. You know, if you can change your, I mean, number one, if you could file a complaint with YouTube every day, I'll send them this one, but that's like a big deal. And try to get around that if you can change it to Joe Schmuckatelli 2 and then use a different payment card, rejoin. I mean, but yeah, just definitely fill out a complaint each day. Find the send feedback button. You'll find it somewhere along the outside of your screen. But send feedback. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to burn through some articles. It shows 10 minutes left. I'm going to burn through some articles here. I went over the most important ones. Let me do a copy and a paste now. Salvador Ramirez, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Totally appreciate that, man. Salvador. Okay. Programmable features of CBDC pilot. Where are we out of India? We're out of India again. The Reserve Bank of India on Thursday extended the programmable features of the central bank digital currency. It will allow fuel, grocery, education, restaurant, medical, and travel. Notice what India is doing now. They got their electric money to work. Now they're going to start programming it, meaning put restrictions on or off. This is where it all starts, everybody. They get you starting to use the crypto. You get used to it. You get hooked. Now they start restricting it. Just wanted to show you that one. Now, why is all this important? Because this Indian money is super popular. Let me show you this right here. Told you we're burning through these articles fast. Some of them you've already seen. Look at this one right here. It's called UPI. And guess what? UPI has become the world's leading alternative payment method. It beat out Alipay, PayPal. It beat out Brazil's Pix. Oh, damn. Very interesting. This is becoming so popular now, they're going to start programming it. People love this. Next, we'll get into really quick here, these truck drivers, United States truck drivers. Let's look at this article here. I'm going to burn through it. I want to make sure you get the news. I don't intend on making a show in the morning. There has to be massive news. for me to do a show because I'm not doing a show. U.S. trucking regulator creeps ahead with biometric ID proofing solution. It's called IDEMIA. We've gone over it before. IDEMIA, public security. They got a contract by the government, everybody. To address what it says is a significant increase in the occurrence of fraudulent information is being submitted by truck drivers within the United States Transportation Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. The agency is replacing paper-based unified registration systems with a new digital online biometric registration system. It calls the FMCSA registration. All the truck drivers in the United States, we're going to have all this. Now, it's going to be interesting with NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. How are the Mexicans and all these other companies that maybe go from South to Central America and drive up through Mexico and deliver their shit to America? They're going to have to be a member of this as well. Everybody, I'm just showing you. I'm not going to read the rest of the article. If you want a good scary movie, read the rest of the article. But basically what's happening is when a truck goes from here to there, somebody's got to sign this, someone's got to sign that. All that shit's going electronic. The driver's going to be taking multiple selfies, palm prints, retinal, and all that stuff. The vehicle itself is probably going to have some kind of a sensor in it so they can track that truck. And I'm just telling you where all this is going. I think this is slavery at the very beginning, okay? It's all going to be done in the name of safety. It's all for safety. And when they get control of every single person, so this is why I'm telling you, I knew all this when I started crypto. That's why I started my channel. I want you guys to take advantage and get in and get out. See what I mean? We're getting in with this crypto. We are here right now. We got our wallets. We got our gold and silver. We're waiting by the sidelines. We took loans and shit. We're ready to go. I don't care if you got to pay your loan off for a year and a half. Get a fucking loan and make $50 to $70, $100 payments, whatever you got to do. Get the fucking gold and silver and be ready. Because when that thing fucking goes from, you get $3,000 worth of silver, and they're saying silver might go up 10 to 20 times. Holy shiznit, all right? Just letting you know. Maybe you get a $2,500 gold coin, and gold hits 15,000 an ounce. You just made all that money. Now you can get the cryptos that you want to get that you couldn't afford. Your cryptos are not going to go up first. You need to understand that. And plus, you're at the end of the food chain. All the banks there, everybody else didn't get rich before you. Next. Basil. Let's go over this one. Copy and a paste. Basel Committee explores how banks can mitigate permissionless blockchain risks. Number one, there's something called the Bank for International Settlements. It's a global organization that controls pretty much all the banks in the world. Underneath the BIS, they have a division called Basel, and that's what we're going to be looking into today. But the BIS, they work with Ripple. I just thought I'd put that out there. I think you kind of know where all this goes in the end, all right? Now, this article here, we go all the way to the end. It says, which public distributed ledger technologies already qualify as permissioned? Now, what the BIS and Basel, remember, they're working with Ripple. What they're concerned about are blockchains if they're not safe enough. And they talk here, they do mention some safe blockchains. We'll get into just one of them. It's called the IDB Bank and the Latin America's chain, LACC chain, okay? Now let's look into that. I talked about this article. Now also, yeah, let me focus on this. But I'll tell you what, Hedera Hashgraph is right in there. Based on the Basel Committee's definition, we believe the public Hedera DLT qualifies as permissioned under Basel. So what we got going on is Basel is concerned banks are going to get into blockchains that are too decentralized, that nobody has any control over them. So Hedera is right there. If you don't have Hedera, that would be one that you need to get. Hedera Hashgraph. It's HBAR, HBAR. I'd dump $1,000 into that for certain. But it's a hash graph. It's not a crypto, but it has a blockchain and it can interact as if it is a crypto. It works. It's got IBM working with them, Standard Bank, Google's work. All these are Ripple partners and non. It's Hedera is something you need to get. All right. So let's look at LA Chain. LA Chain is also working with Stellar via IBM, via Hyperledger. Here's your evidence right here. Here's the Hyperledger Foundation, and on their page it shows LA Chain. I'm not going to get into the article, but it talks in that article about Hyperledger Besu. So let's now take a little bit of a deeper look. What is IDB? Because the IDB has something called LA Chain. Here's our Wikipedia for that. I looked it up. Let's take a little looky-loo here. LA Chain, click out of that. Now this is where I got interested. The IDB, the Inter-American Development Bank. The Inter-American Development Bank is an international development finance solution headquartered in Washington, D.C. Well, that's interesting. Everybody, what this is where our government decides to do shit where they feel it's in our best interest. Here's where we get into Latin America and the Caribbean, where they can legally dump money into certain projects like maybe crypto that we want to get going. So that's what I thought was interesting on the Wikipedia right there. Your next article, again, with LA Chain. Don't worry, one of the biggest banks in the world is all over this bank like flies on horse shit, and that's Citibank. Let's look right here with Citibank. Citibank's a Ripple partner, by the way. Citibank, now, Citibank's one of those three little pigs that I've been talking about for 3.5 years. I'm sorry, 4.5 years. Yeah, Citibank, JP Morgan, and HSBC. Those three control all the movement of the money in the world. Look what they're invested in here. IDB, that's a Washington, D.C. bank with the government, isn't it? Now, Citibank is right here. And if we look in this article, you got Citibank involved. You got the Caribbean involved in this. But it's in right in here. Citibank is involved with the LA Chain. It says the IDB, that's that bank in Washington, and Citi Lab have successfully able to conclude a proof of concept between USA, Latin America, and the Caribbean. LA Chain, it shows all these connections right here with Citibank. Now, the Hyperledger is where you're going to see your Stellar connection. So I told you, a lot of times you're going to have XRP and XLM working together. Here's an example of that. It's not like they're fighting each other. Five Dennis 123, thanks for that donation. Hedera CEO just resigned. Need to know more. It's very interesting. But a lot of movements are happening. Here we go. Stellar IBM partnership. Here's a Stellar page. It's a Luminance page. But if we scroll down a little bit, you'll see summary, overview, private networks via Hyperledger. That's the section you want to look at. private networks via Hyperledger. It's blue, it's in bold black text. What does it say here? The Stellar Development Foundation joined the Hyperledger Foundation. There's your proof right there that Stellar is mixed up in all this mess. Now, Quant, that's another crypto you might want to get into. It's expensive, but right now it's probably cheap. All the cryptos are on sale. If you look at, let me tell you something. Hold on. Quant, if you go back a year or two, maybe three, and see how high Quant got up to, it's going to go back up to that, if not 10 times higher. Archaix was pushing Hedera. We should know something from them. Yeah, all these companies I'm talking about, Hedera, which is HBAR, Quant, which is QNT. Here's your evidence right here. Back in 2021, Quant partners with LA Chain. There you go. Citibank's mixed up in this. The IDF Bank out of Washington, D.C. is mixed up in that. Citibank is a partner of Ripple. Let me show you that because they're using VolPay. Here's the evidence for that. Here's the title of the article. Citibank extends partnership with Ripple-powered Volante. It's called VolPay. So there's your connection. Talks about ISO 20022. Quant's mixed up in this. Citibank's mixed up in this. HBAR Hedera is mixed up in that. And here we go. So this article started with Basel, right? With bank restrictions. They wanted us to be careful about decentralized ledgers too much. So Basel, like I told you in the beginning, is a division of the Bank for International Settlements. And like I said, when this thing first started, Ripple's right there. Here's your evidence right there. Let me show you this article. Ripple is working with the Bank for International Settlements on Payments Task Force. This was starting about a year ago. So to end this article, I just showed you the biggest partner that we're interested in, and that's Ripple. It's working with the BIS, who owns Basel. Basel made a ruling to all the banks in the world. You got to stay with more safe blockchains. That's where we saw the HBAR, the Hedera Hashgraph, which is in that article we read. There's where Quant comes in, Citibank comes in, that IDF Bank comes in out of Washington, D.C. Ripple's involved in all this. See how all this comes together? That's your deep dive for that one. So that whole series is over. Here's your BIS page if anybody wants to maybe look at that after the show. Let me show you that. So you can look up the BIS and familiarize yourself a little bit with that. Let me click out of that article. In the very first article we read with that bank of the Basel, it talked about WorldPay was mixed up in this, okay? Here is your WorldPay. WorldPay from FIS. And where does this relate to Ripple is right here. Because FIS and WorldPay, Ripple partner FIS right there. So here we have proof that Ripple is a partner of FIS, who's a partner of WorldPay, who's involved in this whole Basel, Hedera, staying away from shitty ass blockchains. This is where all this stuff comes in together right there. Bam, bam, we are done. And with that, 5 Dennis 123 Digital Pound used Quant, which is a super bridge, not layer 1 blockchain. Very interesting. All righty. That'll be it for today. I'm gonna look into a Sunday PM show. So about 24 hours from now is probably when I'll have another show starting. 23 hours, something like that. All right. I'm gonna take tonight off, tomorrow morning off, and then back to work tomorrow afternoon, probably something like that. I'll see everybody in the next show. Whatever you do, don't drink and drive, but definitely stay at home. And if you got some, drink some.